Good afternoon, everyone. It's me, Miss Gabby, coming back to you with a Cab at Home in Gold Detroit after school program, free art tutorials. Today is a great day for that, especially because it's beautiful out. Spring is here, / it's coming, but we want to do some really great things today, and we are going to make egg carton spring chicks to celebrate the spring coming, the holiday of Easter's coming. And this is going to be a great little thing that you can make and decorate with, and I'm super excited because it's very easy, and we can make it with things that we have at home already. So I wanted to give a quick shout out to the Community Education Commission of Detroit and our they're our sponsors, as well as General Motors. Without them this wouldn't be possible, and we couldn't keep coming back giving you free art tutorials. It's awesome. They're super amazing, and College for Creative Studies also supporting us all the time. So let's get started. So let me show you what we're going to be needing today. One second, let me just get myself situated, and here we go. I think we got it. Stopping it a little. Let me see. Hold, bear with me. Yes. Okay, here we go. So here are my little examples. So we're going to be using egg cartons. People have them styrofoam, paper, whatever you have. I like to keep these, especially because we get to recycle them into making so many different things. But our cute little spring chicks, and we can make them all varieties of colors, make kind of different color combinations. So it's a lot of fun to play around with. So we're just going to create some different stuff today too. And you can see I kind of put little fake feathers on top to give a little decoration. But these are awesome to decorate with, to give as gifts, to play around with, little stories and stuff. So let's see what we need today. So what we're going to be needing today. Whoop, just having a little issue with keeping my phone in place here, but bear with me. So what we'll need today, definitely scissors. We'll need a marker, some construction paper. I have some varieties, so we're going to be making our beaks and our feathers with that too. Some egg cartons. So I have a lot of just the paper ones, but styrofoam will work for this as well. And I already have some paint on a plate for us to play with today. So if you have some paint, you can use a paper plate as your palette, just to keep things easy. Something to work on top of. And a brush with some water and some paper towel. So let us get started. I'm just going to put some of this to the side so it's not right. We also need glue. I do have my glue gun plugged in, but you can use white glue. But glue gun is just going to be a lot quicker for us to be working today. So we just want to go ahead and cut it. If you have an adult around that can help you cut, these paper ones are a little tough, or you can just rip them because we're just going to trim them down anyway. And we're just going to, I can just rip this one apart. It's super easy to do that. So I'll just put that to the side. But for every chick, here we have, I have 2 halves of an egg carton, so we'll need 2 for 1 chick. And you can make as many as you want, different colors, style them up, mix them up, it's up to you. So I'm just going to pull this apart, and you can see all the, the paper one, it's kind of coming, all these little frillies are coming off. So next I'm going to do is I'm just going to trim off these little funny looking ears. So I kind of want them to be as level as possible. So you see mine's kind of funny looking all around, but that's all right. It doesn't have to be 100% perfect, but we like that. That's what we kind of want. Especially so they can fit together. And with my example here, I made a big chick and a baby chick. So if you want to make a big one, you can leave them that size that we have. Or if you want to make a baby chick, you can cut them and trim them down smaller. That's up to you and how you feel you want to make your chicks today. So I'm just going to trim this a little more, just so we'll have a nice clean edge. So you see, I'm working on top of something. I did mention that as we started. I always love working on top of stuff, just if I need to do easy cleaning or anything. But I'm just gonna keep going with trimming that. I'll worry about like trimming a little bit more and making it a little more perfect after. So, yep, there it is. Cutting off those little funny ears. And I'm just going to go ahead and I'm just moving. I'm not moving my scissors. I'm just moving my left hand and moving the little egg carton piece. So, voila. I have 2 pieces here, and you can go ahead and even see right now, okay, how is this fitting? Like maybe I need to trim it some more to make it flush with the other. That's up to you and how you want to kind of work today. But so I'm just going to put these scraps off to the side. I have a little garbage here too, but I like to keep my area clean, so I'm just going to brush that off to the side. So next, you know, we want to glue like our pieces together, and I just like find it easier to glue it all together first and then paint afterwards. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to take my glue gun. And this is definitely if you have an adult around to help you. You know, this is going to be really great to kind of work quickly. And I already need a different glue stick. I'm glad to have one next to me as a refill. But you know, I always like to think less is more with a hot glue gun, especially because it comes out fairly quickly and it's hot. You know, we don't want to burn ourselves, so I'm kind of working a little slowly but surely. So there you have it. You can see how that glue kind of fell into the inside of it, but that's all right. And what I'm going to do here is just lightly line it together and lightly push to give some pressure. And you see I kind of touched that one, but that one, I have a low temperature hot glue gun, so that works totally well with us. And like the projects that we're creating, especially because, you know, if we accidentally touch it, like I said, it's not too hot because it's already a lower temp. It's already getting there. But so you can see, you can kind of assess, you know, maybe this stuff we don't like, we can trim it down with our scissors. This kind of moved a little, it kind of fell inside. It's okay. You know, sometimes things will happen, but that's why we have so many egg cartons that we can kind of keep creating. And what's great about hot glue is I can already continue to move on with this. So I'm just going to go ahead and pick a color. So I kind of want to keep it in the spring colors. If you think of spring, I think of like nice light pastels. So what I want to do is I want to work on maybe an orange one. So I have my paintbrush, and it's a fairly large paintbrush, not too big, just because I want to like cover more ground with this. So I'm just dabbing it right into my paint and going and moving forward. So basically I want to do these in halves because, you know, we have to be a little patient and work on it. But you see I'm just kind of holding it in my left hand and grabbing more paint as I need and kind of covering all of that gray paper area. So you can kind of see this is not attached all the way, and that's okay with me. I think that'll be fine. We can also talk about later too what we can put our beak when we create our beak inside of it. So I'm just going to do the top half first, and then work and move the bottom half after. Thanks, Lynn. Thanks for saying our spring chicks are cute. Great for the springtime. Great to decorate with. Add a pop of color, you know, maybe on like a bookshelf, maybe on your desk, next to your computer when you're doing class. You know, and if you're holding onto it, you can, you know, go down a little lower. But, you know, it's good to work like in little stages and steps because, you know, just you're not going to be getting paint all over your fingers and it will dry fairly quickly. So I'm just going to put this off to the side now. And, you know, I'm going to rinse my brush here to get that orange off and like just wipe it off here on my paper towel and just even put that down. So I'm just going to put that off to the side so it can dry. And I'm going to put that on my paper plate. So you see I have so many other colors we could choose from and finish off our awesome spring chicks. But now we're going to move on, and once, you know, both sides are colored, you see this, I did this in 2 steps and waited, totally okay. So here are my other ones that I created. So I made a blue chick and a green chick, and I thought that also went in line with our, you know, spring theme. And so now what I want to do is I want to use my marker, and we're going to make our chick's eyes. So you know, any marker will work, but you can kind of decide and pick maybe what side you would really want to create on, where it would just look maybe the best. So I'm just gonna make an outline of my eyes and draw 2 ovals for my eyes and color them in. So this paper chick is kind of a little rigid, but definitely there it is, coming together. You can make them large, small, maybe make it look like maybe one's sleeping, maybe like half awake, right? So like here's that. I'm gonna make this one. See, I'm kind of going all over the place a little, but that's okay. And that's what's awesome. So there are our eyeballs. And those are just super easy. And if you want to use a different color, you can definitely do that. You know, because they're your chicks. They're your chicks. You can do whatever you like, use whatever color. And so we have those sitting there. So now we can move on to creating our beaks and like our little feather tops. But you know, you don't have to do those. If you don't want to, you can just draw the beak maybe on there. But it's fun to kind of play around and pair colors together. You know, like I did a blue and yellow one here, like a yellow purple. I just, you know, kind of wanted to keep those in line. So I'm going to grab my orange, because I think I want to do blue and orange. So you can definitely draw your beak out. So, you know, we want to create a folded triangle pretty much. So like this could be our beak, right? And then maybe our feather, you know, we can kind of draw that and kind of, you know, maybe just gauge how that's going to be. And, you know, you can grab your scissors. What I'm going to do is just cut these out. And all I did is I found some scrap pieces of paper, and that's basically what I did. So, you know, you can cut that right up, kind of like this diamond shape that we're going to be folding over, you know, for our beak. That's quite a small beak, and that's all right, but you know, I can fold it this way or fold it back the other way so it's outlined. But here we go. So I did it and I folded it and I've opened it up. And what I want to do is I'm just going to grab my hot glue gun. I'm just probably going to put a little down. Like I said, less is more with the hot glue, especially when we're working with such small things. Put that back off to the side. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put that just right under the eyeballs. So I'm going to put a little pressure right in the middle there, and voila. And I kind of like that black outline. I think it kind of gives it a little bit of character for that. And great. Put that off to the side. And you see I'm going to actually just cut kind of maybe like this oval shape here. And you know, with the feathers, it's really fun and easy. You can really kind of create like a frilled edge here, which would be fun, right? So, and you can kind of see how that like ends up turning out. Nice little effect, and you can kind of see like if we put that right in the middle, how that's gonna look. So I'm just gonna put a dab of some hot glue. And if you ever work with hot glue, you know that sometimes we get these little fall-offs. So I'm just gonna kind of take this and put this right at the top here and set that off to the side to dry. So then that hardens. Super cute. Hello. Join your fam, join your friends. Oops. See, I kind of have like these things are pulling off. And that's okay. But I'll just bring that down a little. There we go. Okay, so now let's do our green one. So I have all these little scraps. I can save them to create some more beaks for my other ones. So I'm just going to brush those off because I'm not going to use orange for my green one. I think for my green one, what I'm going to want to do is red because I have not used that yet. And I can show you another way. I'm just going to rip it. Another way to create the beak is just take a piece of paper, right, and fold it in half. And what I'm going to do is just trim the edges, you know, so it's a little easier for us. And I'm going to make this one a little fairly big. So I'm going to just go right from the folded edge here to make, sorry, I dropped it, to make a triangle. So that's, instead of drawing the diamond or anything, it's like a nice easy way to create like a larger beak. So that's like what I did here. So maybe I want to put this right here. Yep. So I'm going to grab my hot glue gun. Make sure if you have an adult or somebody in here that they're using that. My glue stick came out. I'm just going to put some little on the edge there and put that right. What's great about it is it's like pretty easy that I can go right on the line of where the two halves meet. Oh, maybe that wasn't so straight. Oh, come on, Miss Gabby. And voila. So we can open it like that. So cute. Hello. Hello. I love it. So now I want to create maybe, I don't have to create like an actual feather or anything, but maybe I'll just create kind of like a fun little top for, you know, like a little hat or a crown or something for my chick. You know, just so it's a little different. It doesn't all have to be the same. So I'm just gonna put a little dab on top of the head and fold this back because it kind of opened up. And voila. I'm gonna hold that in place there just for a moment. Let that sit, let it open up. A cute little effect. And there we have it. Our other chick. Awesome, join your friends. Great. So let's check back on our orange one. So this one's still pretty wet, and that's okay. You know, that's, we're still waiting. It's all about patience and like our process. And you know, I have enough right now, but definitely now is our, like my favorite time is definitely to clean up. So if you're using hot glue, definitely unplug it. And you know, you can put everything where you found it, and like I'm gonna save all these scraps of paper just because they're you know, pretty great. I have a little pile of stuff that I can do. You know, wash your brush out thoroughly and definitely rinse this. You can definitely save your paints. If you like put a lot of paint or anything on your paper plate, you can just kind of you know, put it in a Ziploc bag, you know, a gallon size one that's big enough. But now you are done. You have made your spring chicks, and here we go. Let's look at all of them. Hello, friends. I can't necessarily grab all of them, kind of. Yeah. Awesome. So these are going to be great for like a windowsill, a bookshelf, anything, little gifts, you know, to your friends or anything. Maybe you can kind of leave one open and fill it with some candy. But these are super cute, very easy. Doesn't take too much time, just a little bit of waiting time for your process. Or for your paint. But if you followed along with me, or if you do make these, you know, in our description I have included our like email address, or you can leave a photo in the comments on our Instagram, anywhere. We would love to see what you're making, you know, especially because you know, we do so much, and we you know, want to see all these young artists and what they're creating. But thanks for hanging out with me today. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. You know, you can find all of the other ones that we've also done, like on our Facebook, on our Instagram, and on our YouTube. You can definitely find all of that, and take a like little gander through our archive. Yeah, so thanks for hanging out with me, and stay tuned for tomorrow to hang out with Miss Van. But yeah, there we go. Check out our chicks. Take care. Have a good afternoon. Go outside. Enjoy this weather.